I've watched over 100 videos from psychologists, philosophers, millionaires, monks, you name it, trying to answer the same question that brought you here in the first place. How do you find your purpose? And I have boiled it down into just 5 simple frameworks that will hopefully help you feel fulfilled. Hopefully help you feel fulfilled. That sounds like a good tongue twister. When you try them out. Now, you've probably heard some of them in passing, though the last 2 are a little out there, but they might just be the ones that actually click for you. So, stick around till the end, because one of these might be the lens you've been missing. But first, there's something most of these videos completely skip, and it's this. What the fuck does purpose even look like? I mean, how do you expect me to find something, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking for? I mean, it's more like... Now, we're all told to go find your purpose, like it's hiding behind a tree or something, but how do you find something you can't even picture? Now, think of purpose like a soulmate. Do you imagine they'll randomly appear one rainy night under a yellow umbrella, or will they be someone who grew with you? Through awkward phases, through the heartbreak, the trauma, and the quiet wins. See, purpose isn't a fixed destination, it's a concept. And like any concept, how you define it is how you'll chase it. If you think purpose is one perfect job or passion, you'll search forever. But if you see it as something evolving, something built, something felt, you give yourself a chance of actually finding it. So, now that we've reframed the question, let's get into the 3 most common phases of purpose. Number 1. Purpose as alignment with your inner self. This version of purpose, it's not something you create, it's something you uncover. You were either born with it, or maybe it's been with you since childhood. In the books you loved, in the games you played, the things you used to enjoy. So how do you connect with that part of you? 3 words. Reflect, recognize, and recalibrate. Reflect. What lit you up as a kid? What makes time disappear for you now? And after you've got that down, try to recognize what your talents are, what people thank you for. And after figuring all of this out, try to look at your present life in order to recalibrate. While doing so, ask yourself, are your daily actions still aligned with what you value? This isn't about having all the answers. It's about getting quiet enough to hear the real ones. And the more honest you are with yourself, the more your path begins to reveal itself. Not in a flash, but in small moments of, oh, this feels kind of right. Now, this next version is probably the one that you've heard the most, and it's purpose as a service or mission. Now here, your purpose is to help others, and honestly, that's not wrong. But here's a twist. Instead of calling it service, I like to call it a mission, because when you hear mission, it's impossible to not imagine something bold, something meaningful, something bigger than yourself. And this one starts not with the what, but the who. Ask yourself, who do I want to help? Who do I understand better than most people? Whose pain feels more personal to me? For me, it was people like me. Lost, uncertain, wandering through life with Google Maps open and still ending up in the wrong place. And here's the cool part. You don't have to pick between alignment and mission because they overlap. When you know your gifts, you can use them to help others. And when you help others, you feel more aligned. It's a feedback loop of fulfillment. So even if you're not sure who you want to serve yet, start small. Volunteer, mentor someone, join a cause that moves you. Your mission doesn't have to be massive, it just has to matter. Now that we've gone through the most common version of purpose, this next phase of purpose might be my favorite one because it's the most forgiving. And it's purpose as a process. Here, purpose isn't something you find, it's something you build. Day by day, action by action. It's not some treasure map, it's a workshop. So how do you build purpose like this? Step 1, accept and evolve. Understand that your purpose today might look different in 5 years, and that's okay. Your purpose doesn't have to be just one fixed thing, it evolves as you grow as a person. Step 2 is experiment. Try stuff, start a side hustle, take that dance class, apply for that job that makes no logical sense but still feels right. Because hey, if wine and pizza taught me anything, it's that sometimes you've gotta try the weird combo to know what actually works. I mean, hell, why not even try mango toppings in your pizza? Maybe even add some banana on that, you know? I mean, maybe your purpose is creating godforsaken pizza combos that would even make Lucifer do a double take. But basically, the point is you don't know until you try. And even if you fail, you're learning what isn't your thing, which gets you closer to what is. Even Thomas Edison tried out 1,600 filaments before finally making the light bulb a reality. Next is step 3, which is reflect and adjust. Now, just like a sculptor steps back to check the form, pause often. Ask yourself, is this even right for me? If not, adjust. pivot, try again. And that's it, basically, for purpose as a process. That's it for the big three: purpose as alignment, a mission, and a process. These aren't separate paths, okay? They're pieces of the same puzzle, and you get to choose how to put them together. Now, for these next two versions of purpose, I want you to be a little open-minded. They don't show up in most videos because they're mostly not about logic. They're about energy, emotion, transformation. And they might just be the ones that finally make you go, wait, that's it. Now, this next one's different. It's not about what you do, it's how you exist. It's called purpose as a frequency. Now, this version says that your purpose isn't just a job or a goal. It's a vibration. It's a way of being. It's the energetic state that you naturally thrive in when you're aligned with your soul's blueprint. But how do you figure out your natural frequency? Now, one tool is numerology, specifically your life path number. It's calculated by adding all the numbers in your birth date. Now, for example, people who are born on January 9, 2000 should add 192000 together, making it 12. Add those numbers up, you come up with 3. Now, this acts like an energetic fingerprint, and each number carries traits, challenges, strengths, and a kind of soul role that you're here to play. And if you've got a master number like 11, 22, or 33, you're here for something spiritually significant, but it's also more intense. Now, Love Again Jen explains this really well in her video, which I'll put over here. And she's also got this awesome personality that makes it even more of an enjoyable learning experience. Your frequency isn't static, it's activated through authenticity. And when your career, relationships, and actions match your energetic design, life doesn't just work better. It feels more real, more you. Now, this last one is a bit heavy, because not all purpose is light. Sometimes it's forged in the dark, because this fifth one is called purpose as shadow integration. Now, this version, which was mostly dabbled into by Carl Jung, says, your deepest pain is pointing you to your greatest gift. The heartbreak, the addiction, the anger, the stuff you never talk about, that's the gold mine. Because when you stop running from your wounds and start facing them, that's when you unlock a kind of purpose that's raw, real, and untouchable. Now, how do you walk this path? First thing you do is you face your shadow, and your shadow basically represents what triggers you, what makes you jealous, what do you avoid. And these aren't flaws, they're flashlights. Every uncomfortable emotion is trying to show you something you've buried. Boundaries that you've involuntarily let other people cross just to make yourself feel like you're a part of something, even though you end up feeling even more isolated. And after recognizing this, you give it a voice. Journal, scream, cry, go to therapy, hell, make ugly art. Do what you need to let it out. Because when you bring your darkness into the light, it can't control you anymore. It becomes fuel. And 3, use your pain. The abandonment that taught you empathy, the failure that taught you resilience, the grief that taught you presence. You don't go through it for nothing. And with this, maybe, just maybe, you can live whole. Because when you stop hiding from yourself, you stop hiding from your life. Now, just as Jung put it, no noble, well-grown tree ever disowned its dark roots, for it grows not only upward, but downward as well. And if you want to learn more about this, Apathy does a really enlightening job explaining it in his video, which you can view right here. Now remember, this path isn't pretty. It's gritty, it's deeply personal. But it's also one of the most transformative, because when you turn pain into purpose, you become a lighthouse for people still lost at sea. So now you've seen all 5 phases of purpose. And maybe now, instead of feeling like you need to find your purpose out there, you realize that it might already be in you, or maybe it's something you create through action, or remember through resilience, or reclaim through healing. Whatever the case, purpose isn't one thing. It's a living, breathing relationship between who you are, what you do, and how it feels to be you. So, if you're still searching, then good. That means you're still alive. And that means your purpose, well, it's still unfolding. One moment, one act of courage, one weird pizza topping at a time.